That means solid 20
Okay,
years.
it's 10 o'clock. Good morning, everyone. Let's call the meeting to order for December 27th. The last Commissioners Court for 2022, Polk County Regional Health Building, Suite A, at this time. Who's leading prayer? Jake?
Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for this day and just thank you for every day that you allow us to just wake up and be in your presence. I just ask that you'll be with this court, be with the decision makers here, and just all the decisions they make, just ask that they're satisfying to you and they're in the best interest of the citizens of Polk County. I just want to thank you for them, each and every one of them. There's two of them fixing to start their new journeys in life. I just pray that you'll be with them and their family. And again, thank them for their service to this county and everybody here, the citizens that they've helped taking care of, and even their family. It's a decision that takes the whole family to make whenever they make a decision to come out and do these things. And just ask that you'll be with each and every court member. I just ask that you'll be with all of our military, our first responders, and again, thank you for everything that you do in our life, and thank you for getting us through this storm with minimal damage to the county and to the citizens here. I just ask that you'll be with us as we go through all this next year, and hopefully next year will be a little bit better than what it was this year. I just ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Madam Clerk? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Jay. Did anyone sign up for public comments? Okay, item number 3, informational reports.
I have one, Judge. I would like to let everyone know I don't know how to do this the correct way, but a longtime friend and supporter of Corrigan and Polk County passed away this morning, John D. Clifton. And I just want everybody to know, I'm sure the court agrees, our thoughts and prayers and everything go out to his family. But he was a leader in Corrigan, and for the fundraising for any family that ever had a catastrophe or a sickness for years and years and years, and he did it without asking for anything for it. So he will be sorely missed.
He was a powerhouse.
And I just wanted y'all.
Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, we'll be sure to
Yeah.
contact the family. Okay, the other one, the next information report is yours as well. Receive appraisal report for Polk County school lands located in Throckmorton County. On June 28, 2022, Commissioner Purvis proposed that we get an appraisal of a portion of the Polk County school lands in Throckmorton County, 378.17 acres that have been landlocked because of the way the river has shifted. So a copy of the appraisal report was included in your packet. The purpose of this appraisal is for the court to consider either selling these acres or swapping for another section of equivalent value in a future meeting. Whenever we do decide to do that, we will certainly have legal counsel present to advise at that meeting. But we would like the court's permission to move forward with on either side. Are you interested? The property owners, as I understand it, the property owners that adjoin it may or may not be interested in purchasing it. We first need to let them know what the appraisal came in at.
And I'll let them know after court.
I know it was a very thorough appraisal.
Yes, they
I
did.
can-
They
I
did.
can
I was
say that.
impressed.
That
They
was
did a really good
Yeah.
job.
They done.
So,
And you know, like I say, this property is completely surrounded by the Portwood family's property.
Yeah.
You have to go through theirs to get to it unless you cross the Brazos River.
Yeah.
There's only legal access we have to it is crossing the river, so.
so would
So
the
if they want-
expressed an interest in it?
Yes, they did, but they didn't know what it, they said if they could afford it.
they need
in
an
which-
appraisal.
So that's the reason we had the appraisal, because we have to do it anyway,
Yeah.
before we can decide what we're gonna do. And, you know, and it was appraised, at $720,000, as y'all saw. So that'll be up to the family, and to Eric will tell us whether we can. how
Or we
gotta
can
go-
proceed.
How we gotta go to proceed to do it, but I'll let them know to see if they're interested.
There's a possibility of trading, is that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
There's a possibility of trading, but they said that's complicated because their land on the other side is tied up between the Portwoods and his sister, Mr. Portwood, and his sister, Miss Roundsville, and so they didn't know, but they once they found out how much it was cost, they would see if they could trade comparable, so.
It may be a multi-swap.
Yeah, you know, so we'll just have to see, but like I said, first thing we had to do was find out what it was actually worth. And we'll see. If not, I guess they'll continue leasing the way they act.
You need a motion to continue with that?
No, it's an informational report. We just need to acknowledge that we received the appraisal report and allow Milt to continue. The court already approved for him to discuss it with the family. Okay, item number 4, new business, your consent agenda. A, we need to table the minutes at Shalana's request. And we don't have any addendums on the bills, so unless there's something somebody wishes to pull off the consent agenda, then I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second.
Commissioner Vincent, Commissioner Robertson, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, consider approval of personnel matters as follows. Review and consideration of personnel action form requests submitted since the last meeting, a review of any authorized emergency hiring. Once again, those were all included in your packet. You have one emergency hire at the sheriff's office.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Commissioner Overstreet.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Vincent. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 5B, consider approval of update to personnel management system. A copy of the proposed update was included in your packet for your review. It was prepared with the incoming district attorney's request, Shelley, with assistance from our office and HR as pertaining to take the chief prosecutor and assistant DA positions from pay groups 124, 127, and 128 to unclassified, and to add 3 job descriptions: chief investigator, senior trial associate, and trial associate. The highest pay group outside of the DA's office is chief deputy sheriff at pay group 123. And so part of the problem that occurs in the district attorney's office and also in the sheriff's office to some degree is that when you do a 1-step increase, then the range is from $1,500 to almost $3,000. And so this will give the district attorney greater flexibility within her personnel budget. And since we can't come close to competing with Harrison Montgomery County, then she needs to be able to negotiate a little bit more on pay.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Robertson, second Commissioner Overstreet. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, consider request for revision and amendments to the budget as follows. You have the FY 2023 budget revisions and amendments as presented by the County Auditor's Office. A copy of those proposed revisions, number 2023-6, and amendments number 2023-6A is included for your review. I need a motion.
So moved.
Motion to
Second.
approve, Commissioner Purvis, second Commissioner Vincent. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, consider request for capital purchases to be paid from fund balance and included on the FY 2023 reimbursement resolution for year-end issuance of legally authorized debt as follows. A, the aging department request for 1 desktop printer not to exceed $500. A copy of the quote is included for your review. At $499.18. The quoted amount for this printer is actually less than was approved on the capital purchase projections, and so we will see a savings of a little over $300. I need a motion for
So
that.
moved.
I'll second.
Commissioner Overstreet, Commissioner Robertson, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. B, district clerk's request for 2 desktop scanners and 3 desktop printers not to exceed $2,093. Copy of the quote was included for your review. So unlike the aging department, the cost for these printers has increased and will exceed the amount approved on the capital projections list by $337. The purchase is necessary, and it's our recommendation that we proceed.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Overstreet, Commissioner Purvis, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number C, District Attorney request for information technology equipment and software not to exceed $11,991 for purchase authorization in 2023. A copy of the quote was included for your review. We received this request from Pam Knighton in the DA's office to purchase the IT equipment included on the capital projections purchasing. The amount of the quote is higher than was included on the capital purchase projection, and Lee Hahn stated that the DA's office would be willing to pay the difference from the hot check fund. What we would like to do is approve it, but allow the monies to go forward, but allow the new district attorney to be the one that actually evaluates the equipment and decides what needs to be purchased. I need a motion.
Second.
Commissioner Vincent, Commissioner Overstreet, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, number 8, consider approval of offers to purchase tax foreclosed properties, all in precinct 3. Commissioner Purvis,
So moved.
Second.
second Commissioner Overstreet, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, consider approval of temporary closure of bridge on 9 Bridge Road at Piney Creek Branch in precinct 3. Commissioner Purvis.
But before, I would just like to say that nobody that lives out there, don't panic, because they're not gonna let the bids out till January of 2026. So it's not like we're finna close any roads.
That's
So
your
we're just
motion.
approving it now, we're texting out to get it moving in their system.
Yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Purvis, second Commissioner Overstreet, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Item number 10,
Same thing on this one. It's not gonna be let out for bids till January of 2026, so everybody's got time we all got time to get ready for it. So.
comes as a motion from
Yes,
Commissioner
ma'am.
I'll
Purvis,
second.
second Commissioner Robertson, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 11, discuss and consider any and all necessary action regarding application to the EPA for the solid waste infrastructure for recycling grant as follows. Today, they are seeking approval to submit application. The EPA has released this grant opportunity but the projects must be 500,000 up to 4 million that will be considered. There's no matching requirement from the county. This office has been researching this grant opportunity to expand the recycling facilities on Highway 146 and on the Onalaska Loop. And the EPA expects to notify entities that are awarded the funds in the summer of 2023, and the project period may last up to 3 years beginning in October 2023. So at this time, they're asking for approval to submit an application.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Overstreet. Commissioner Vincent, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 11B, approval to procure an engineer to assist with the application and project if grant funds are awarded. Much better application with the assistance of the engineer is usually what happens, and it greatly increases our odds of winning this grant. And the fees will be built into the grant application, so once again, the county will not be out any money and will only be paid in the event that funds are awarded. So I need a motion to move
So
forward
moved.
with that.
I'll second.
Okay, Commissioner Purvis, Commissioner Robertson, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, related to that same grant, select a scoring committee. Should be a minimum of 3 people, which is what we usually do, including 1 member of the court to score the proposals and select an engineer.
I think Commissioner Purvis do a fantastic job. Carrie.
Him and Miss Jessica work good.
But I think
Carrie and Jessica
this
definitely.
Miss Guyleen wants to
No,
do
that's
it.
all right, go, I'll defer to, The seniority.
It's close, it's closer
One
to,
of y'all
it's
can
closer
come back
to
and do a little
you.
charity
With
work.
all that construction going on, they probably need your expertise.
Yeah, but being y'all got free time now, y'all can serve on a lot more of these committees.
Free? Free?
Consulting work?
Yeah.
Free,
Yeah.
Where do we send the bill to?
EPA. Good luck with that one.
I'm not waiting on that money.
Okay, so I still need a third person. It would be best if it was someone from the court. I think.
They just, yeah,
You'll do it?
I guess so. Then they gonna shove it
Well,
down my
that-
throat, I guess
that
I'll go
felt
ahead and swallow
good.
it.
That'll work.
Finally be able to do
All in
that
favor,
to
say
them.
aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Motion carries.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I never got a first or a second on that one. So your motion,
I'm the motion.
oh, okay, Overstreet
I'll
and
second,
Robertson, all in
yeah.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Got it. Item number 12, discuss and consider any and all necessary action regarding American Rescue Plan ARPA funds as follows. These have been previously discussed multiple times, but now this makes it all official. A, purchase of automated CPR devices for Allegiance and Texans EMS for vehicles operating in Polk County from Life Assist in the amount of $96,412.80. At the previous meeting, we approved to allocate not to exceed $100,000 to the two emergency medical service providers. The county contracts with Allegiance, and they have 5 ambulances that are dedicated to Polk County. Texan EMS has 4 ambulances that typically operate in Polk County. Justin Cood assisted us in acquiring a quote from Life Assist, which is included for your review. And it gives us a discount for any purchases made before the end of the year. So purchasing them now will allow us to purchase 2 additional devices so that each one of those ambulance services will have an extra in the event that one of them should go down.
So move. Second.
Moved Commissioner Vincent, second Commissioner Overstreet, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 12B, approval to advertise for bids for remodel of Road and Bridge Precinct 4 buildings. Commissioner Overstreet indicated that he would like a portion of the ARPA funds utilized to rehab and remodel the Precinct 4 office and barn. He's worked in the past with Jay Burks to prepare plans, and the project is expected to exceed $50,000, which requires the court to advertise for bid. Originally, $168,000 was allocated to Precinct 4 from the ARPA funds for this use. I'm assuming you're making the motion.
Motion
second.
approved.
Commissioner Overstreet, Commissioner Robertson, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 12C, approval to construct secure parking and break area for the Onalaska Courthouse, not to exceed $48,000. Commissioner Vincent has requested a use of the portion of the ARPA funds allocated to his precinct to rehab the fence at the Onalaska Sub Courthouse with a gate to provide secure access and a secure covered outdoor sitting area for JP Court and the other offices that are in that building. We've received 2 quotes from Circle A Fence included for your review. One quote is for a chain link fence in the amount of $36,444, and the other is for a wood privacy fence in the amount of $34,928. Commissioner Vincent, how would you like?
I'd like the court to approve for the chain link fence. It's gonna have the slats in it, the vinyl slats in it, so
Okay.
that'll provide the privacy. And it'll stretch out the taxpayers' dollars longer than the wood fence would.
Good, sounds good. Comes as a motion from Commissioner Vincent,
Second.
second Commissioner Overstreet, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item D, approval to improve recycling drop-off services on the Onalaska Loop, not to exceed $45,000. Again, Commissioner Vincent has requested to use a portion of the ARPA funds allocated to his precinct to improve the recycling drop-off service on the Onalaska Loop. And it would include a 38 by 40 concrete pad fully covered with a break room to get out of the elements when needed, and a driveway and a fence. Comes as a motion?
So move.
Second.
Second
It
Commissioner
can also be
Overstreet.
added to if it needs to be. The way they got it structured, working with Carrie, it can be added to if it needs to be.
And that has been one of the requests that we have gotten a lot from the Onalaska area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. E, approval to purchase 2 Pro Gravity recycling trailers from Pro Trainer not to exceed $32,000. This request to use a portion of the ARPA funds allocated to Precinct 2 for recycling trailers that can be used at this recycling drop-off in Onalaska, as well as throughout the county, such as at cleanups and public events at school, Main Street, the rodeo arena, and more. A proposal from Pro Trainer is included for your review for the purchase of a 9-yard and a 16-yard trailer with separate compartments for collecting different materials. And it included a small cushion because the quote says that additional shipping surcharges will be determined at the time of shipment. This too will be something that will allow all the commissioners, when they do their area cleanups, to be able to utilize.
Yeah, it can be used at the existing collection site.
Correct. Okay, so it comes as a motion from Commissioner Vincent,
I'll second.
second Commissioner Robertson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we are now going to go into closed executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071 for consultation with attorney. So I would ask that everybody leave except for Mr. McGee and Carrie. And I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and have a wonderful, Happy New Year.
Are we coming back? We're done?
We'll have to come back into.
Okay, so you don't need to use what I'm getting at.
We're not gonna spend any money. Maybe,
Good thinking.
maybe. Thank you, ma'am.
Departing gift.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello.
For me to stay in here, so I'll come back
No,
for the adjournment, or?
No, we'll call you back in when we adjourn.
here, and I forgot to copy you on that deal.
Okay, Carrie, you wanna go get the clerk?
See y'all later.
Thank you, Eric, appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Eric.
Bye. Good luck. I'll see
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Enjoyed knowing you.
your crew. Here.
You're gonna have to go to lunch.
Bet it's the other way around. What you-
That's right. You're gonna have to go to lunch now with this
Well, this
group.
was my bunch, you can just get a pie or cookie.
He's like, man, look at that mess up there. Huh?
Yeah, that's trouble right there.
Okay, Madam Clerk, welcome back. Thank you. Let us know when you're ready. Okay, I'm gonna go with 11:12. Is that close enough for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, back in open session. Okay, in the matter of item number 13, discuss and consider any and all necessary action regarding the purchase of the Pritchard property in Livingston Old Town Block 3, Lot 1, part of Lot 3, and Lots 4 and 7, which is currently the courthouse parking lot, and the food truck section that's over there, in the amount of $190,000. How would the court like to proceed?
Motion to
I'll second.
purchase.
Motion to purchase, Commissioner Overstreet, second.
Second.
Commissioner Robertson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
You gonna figure out how to pay for it?
Yes, sir, we'll figure out how to pay for it.
I think
Probably
that's a good,
general fund.
I think that's a good deal for the county right there.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of money, but I think in the future,
Oh, absolutely.
we gotta have it.
Yes, yes,
Well, like I
absolutely.
say,
we
it
do.
paid for itself in 20 years.
Yep.
Okay, so,
That don't include what the rent you get off of the others, it'll be quicker than that.
yeah, yeah, we'll get back our money. Okay, so let's go ahead and proceed with that. Let's go ahead and say that we'll get the money out of general fund for now,
Okay.
because we need to go ahead and pay him, so we can't put it off for.
Yeah.
Okay, item number 14, we received the status report by outside counsel with discussion and possible action regarding Tyler Epstein versus Thomas Timber Investments LLC et al. Cause number CIV 22-0716 in the 411th District Court. Basically, that was just a status report, unless the court would like to do anything else at this time.
Status report.
No
We'll
action.
we'll just receive it.
Roll.
Very well. Number 15, a status report by outside counsel with discussion and possible action regarding TFR Enterprises, Inc. versus Polk County, cause number CIV 22-0460 in the 411th District Court as well. Basically, if the court would like to, we can add this to the agenda in January for the next group, which is the debris monitoring, debris removal
Do
contract.
we action on council's contract?
Yeah, don't we have to
Well, that's
rescind
what
it?
will be decided in
Okay.
January. So in
We wanna
January,
wait?
yeah,
Okay.
we'll put it
Table
on,
it.
So move.
well, the motion will be to place it on the agenda in January.
Okay.
So move.
Commissioner Overstreet?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Purvis, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'd like to
Motion.
say
Okay,
one more
Commissioner
time, I
Overstreet, for the
appreciate
last
y'all.
time.
I appreciate and enjoyed working with you guys.
Shoot, man,
Myself,
we ain't going nowhere.
yeah. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all very much.
Well, you wouldn't accept the appointment on the committee while ago.
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing next week as to yet, Mill.
Okay, so for the last time, Commissioner Overstreet, would you like to close the meeting?
Yes, motion to adjourn, but I'd like to pass that on to Commissioner Purvis.
Well, he's always your second, so I don't think that'll be a hard baton to pass. Milt, you
Yeah, it's been a-
seconding that?
Yes, ma'am.
It's been
What time is it, Madam Clerk?
11:15.
Thank you, ma'am.
a deal.
Okay,
All right, another chapter has closed.
yes, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. This is,
But we're not going away. Still be around.
might not be as available as much as y'all want me to be, but I'll still be
I have to get back to you.
Huh?
Happy New Year.